And we are back at Up North at 4. We are joined with Todd Kukan, who is a speaker, coach, trainer, and facilitator. Thank you, Todd, for coming on and joining us.
Great to have you. Great to be on. Great to be up in Rhinelander.
Of course, welcome. So you're a speaker, coach. I mean, you wear all these, hats. And there's a showcase leadership conference that is taking place. Maybe give us a little bit of a background on what is the Live to Lead about. Yeah,
Live to Lead is a leadership event, and the John Maxwell team puts this together every year. And as a John Maxwell team member, I have the ability to host it. And there's actually 300 sites across the world that host this rebroadcast of these 5 speakers. The speakers were recorded in August in Orlando, and then we had the opportunity to replay these broadcasts, and it's exclusive content. So, but in order to bring the speakers in, it would have cost a couple $100,000, and that would kind of lighten me up in the checkbook a little bit. But yeah, it's a great leadership event. We're going to have probably close to 60 people at North Central Technical College.
Oh. So tell us a little bit about your experience. How have you been in leadership roles in your life?
Well, actually, I started in my leadership role after seeing Live to Lead. I saw John Maxwell speak, and he spoke about some of the work he does around the country and around the world, and how he changes people's lives, impacts their lives, brings value to them. And it was something that really, he brought that out in my heart when I watched that, and I just decided to start down that road. So I started on a part-time role when I was with the Portage County Business Council, and then almost exactly 4 years ago, I decided to jump out on my own as a solopreneur and take this on. So I do a lot of work in companies, I do a lot of workshops, speak at association events, all those sorts of things to try to get people more engaged in their workplace and maybe even bring some civility back to our world.
Cool. Yeah, of course. And but besides, at this event, there's going to be like networking opportunities. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have some time in between the speakers. The event runs from 9 to 4. And in between speakers, we're going to take some time to do some of the workshops, get people engaged, learn more about themselves, and then work with each other. Also, we'll have some breaks and lunch and things so people can get to know the other people there. We're going to have, looks like we'll have some students there from UW-Stevens Point and North Central Technical College. A couple businesses are sending teams there, as well as just some individuals who are interested in really elevating their leadership and trying to build their cultures back of their businesses and their communities. So a lot of chances to get to know themselves, other people, and to hear from these speakers.
I'd like to hear maybe a nugget of wisdom from you, Todd. What are some things that maybe you learned from that has made an impact on you, or some things that will be talked about at this summit?
Sure. Everything I've learned is from somebody else, so I have no original thoughts. But I would say that one that sticks to mind is leadership develops daily, not in a day. So I'm glad people are coming to this event, but leadership is something that needs to grow continually on a daily basis, on a regular basis. You can't go to one workshop in one day and all of a sudden, bang, you're a leader. Your title doesn't determine your ability to lead. Anybody in any organization can lead. If you're a frontline worker, if you're a middle manager, vice president, wherever the case is, you all have opportunities to lead the people in work, and it's really about how you are as a role model. And I've tried to exude that in my work, and as not only as a father, but in the workplace as well, try to be a role model and share that. I've had some interesting, I'll say, bosses in my career, and I've had some awesome bosses. So I've taken all that together and kind of pieced that together for a lot of the work that I do. Try to help people to fight through some of the challenges of, disengagement in the workplace, frustration, maybe lack of trust. Try to help build those components. And so when you're sitting at home on Sunday watching the Packers win, you don't think so poorly about having to go into work on Monday, right? It's like Mondays aren't so bad. The workplace is okay. Nobody wants to work. Everybody wants to be in a lake in Wisconsin, right? But if you have to work, at least make it a fun place to go to.
For sure.
I like that. And of course, there is a lot to look forward to this event, but there's also a couple speakers that will be coming in attendance. So maybe you walk us through who we can, look forward to seeing.
Well, Jesse Cole is probably the one that's most famous. Jesse is the owner of the Savannah Bananas, the baseball team. They appear on ESPN. They have, I think, 3 or 4 million people on the waiting list for season tickets for their team. Wow. They play in football stadiums, baseball stadiums across the country, and he's instigated some rules to make the game of baseball a little bit more fun. Maximum of 2 hours. If you catch a foul ball, it's an out in the stands. If you catch a foul ball, it's an out. They have the umpires dance, the players dance, but it's also serious baseball. So he's really done a good job. And he talks about the story of how he started from nothing, probably from negative, and he and his wife and then others built this into this huge business. So that's one example.
So Todd, we're out of time. So finally, for the people who want to go to this event, how can they sign up?
November 13th is the event. Go to toddkukan.com, and then you'll find the Live to Lead post there, or you can go to the North Central Technical College website, and it's there as well. Look forward to seeing people.
Thanks, Todd.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. We'll be right back after this break.